Bonnie.
You came in to look at that laser machine. We'll have to go in the back.
Okay.
We've had the laser about 5 years. It basically has simplified our operation. It's safer than our old processes. Not only safer, but cost effective. We've taught our employees the understanding of working smart rather than manual labor.
Well, first thing I do is look at the electromechanical devices and how it interfaces with the machine. Then I approach it from looking at the operator. What's the operator doing? How does he or she interface with that machine? Putting pallets on, taking pallets off, taking metal, handling metal. Do they have the right personal protection? It's well laid out, good lighting, good ventilation. It's well enclosed. Then I just step back and look at, is there any trip and fall hazards? Is there stacks of material around? Is there general hazards that can be removed? And any type of safeguarding that might be missing from the machine. Well, it'd be a very, very minor item, but around the edge of the machine there's a couple of eye bolts right at toe level, which could cause a trip and fall into the machine. But the eye bolts are small. They could be removed. It would remove that hazard. If I was to evaluate that risk, it'd be a 2 of 25, very low hazard.
Risk assessment does demonstrate the safety of your machines and that you have reduced risk to an acceptable level. It helps improve the machines and systems and verifies good design and acceptable risk. So why don't more companies embrace it?
Like anything else in life, the difficult things pay off the most. And safety is a difficult thing to face. You got to face it head on. That's the hardest thing for an employer to do. They'd rather, in some cases, just ignore the risk. It's easier just to put out production. The hard thing is mitigating the risk.
Documenting risk is a relatively new idea for general industry, and not everyone is comfortable in doing so yet. And there are other things to consider. Risk assessments take time, especially at first. Cost can be another factor. If a project is bid before a risk assessment is started, risk reduction measures may be needed that weren't included in the quote. That is a big reason why risk assessments need to be done early in the design process and at other critical times.
You first look at it in design stage. During design, it's easy to make changes and cost-effective to make changes, so you design safety right into the machine. Stage 2 is while the machine's being built at the original equipment manufacturer. They've got the resources and they can make changes easily. Then third is after it's been installed, so you can look at it from a pattern from that point on after installation.
Risk assessment, and more broadly, risk management, helps build a competitive advantage that will change the way you do business. It's not about theory. It's about solving real problems. And there is no quick fix. But when you understand how people interact with machinery at a deeper level, and you reduce the risk, everything is better. Better products, better operations, better business.
Running a company and having an accident-free environment is the biggest reward any corporation could have.
Safety, quality, production, cost, it's all, and morale of the employees. It's all part of a formula for a good manufacturing facility.
With all that we know in risk assessment, we know it works. We're seeing that with different companies, different organizations, standards, industries. The system works.